Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Full Damage on not the Mindcrack Season 5 server. This is actually a creative server, and there are a lot of blocks which look suspiciously like a castle. A castle which I said I would never build again. Yes, it is happening. I am building a castle. Don't worry, the Full Damage on the Mindcrack Season 5 server is not going anywhere. I will still produce content from the Mindcrack Season 5 server. This is actually the start of a new series where I will be building a castle. Now, I could just do a video series on building the castle, do some sped up footage and show you guys the building process and such, and then I could probably release the map, and that would be fun, but then it would just kind of fade out of existence really, and that'll be it. Instead, what I have done is I have set up a Patreon page, and to go with the Patreon page, I have set up this Patreon server. I say I've set up this Patreon server. It was actually set up for me by Pickle Hosting. So go and support them, because I basically said, help, I don't know what to do. And they were like, don't worry, we got your back. And they got it. They got it good. My back was severely got by the pickles. Anyway, I don't really know what I'm saying. Anyway, yes, this is a Patreon server to go with my Patreon page. Now, for those of you who don't know what Patreon is a service where fans can pledge X amount of money to content creators. The way I have it set up is to do it for every month. You can also have it set up for every work. But for me, a work is a video, and as I aim to release a video every day, having the pledges come in every day would kind of be a bit of a hindrance, really. I don't want to be an accountant for that. Anyway, it's set up for me for every month. That's the important part there. And how it works is you go onto my Patreon page, and you select, or you type in X amount, say $1, whatever, and every month until you decide that you do not want to give the money anymore, or I decide that I do not want to have Patreon anymore, that money will go to me to help support the channel and help support me and the content I create. Patreon also has a whole bunch of reward levels and goal levels. For example, some of my rewards, the lowest one being for $1, is you get Patreon access, and that is just my Patreon feed, get some information, news and things like that. You also get the ability to ask questions for another new series which will be starting up. The Ask Adds Almost Anything monthly question series. You'll also get access to the Patronage, which is possibly another series that will start up. The Patronage is one of the goals I have set up. The idea being it's a new series where patrons can decide what that series is. If it's a Let's Play series, they can decide what games are played. If it's a vlog series, they can decide what vlogs I do. Is there a certain type of vlog, like vlogging peanuts? I don't know. I'm not a vlogger. don't pick that if you do patronage. But yes, that's the idea behind the patronage. And there's also some higher rewards. Patreon access, by the way, is $1. And the next higher one is a $5 reward, I think. And then the one above that is $10, which is access to this server. And for every reward, you do get all the stuff below it as well. So say, for example, if you do the $10, you'll get the $5 reward, which I believe is being credited. and you'll also get the $1 reward, which is, like I said, patron access. There's also some other higher ones as well. I have I have a reward for every $10, I believe. After obviously $10, so 20, 30, 40, etc., etc., etc. One other one of note is a $60 reward, where we will play multiplayer games together. Do some, like, I'll do a collab with you. Essentially, we'll do like whatever multiplayer game you want to play. If I have access to it, I shall play that with you. There's also one which is, I certainly don't expect this one to come in. Well, I don't really expect much to come in, to be honest. But this one is just kind of there for fun, really. It's a $100 reward, and your name will be engraved on the idea being, I one day want to build a proper gaming rig, and I will have your name engraved on that computer somewhere on the side, probably in big letters, and it'll be flashing or something. I don't know. Anyway, I don't expect anyone to pledge $100 a month, but it's there if somebody wants to have some fun. But yes, there's also various goal levels as well. Some goals include small amounts for the Ask Ads Almost Anything series, I believe, is for $50. The patronage is once $300 in total is pledged. That will start up. There's also one for once $200 total is pledged for console gameplay. But yes, that's kind of the idea behind Patreon and why I've set it up. Well, it's not why I've set it up, that's what I'm going on to next, actually. The reason why I have set Patreon up, YouTube is very sporadic to try and make a living from. It's the amount I get from AdSense is, while I can't go into detail, is extremely low. It's certainly not enough to support myself and my family on, by no stretch of the imagination. It's also very sporadic. For those of you who don't know, for AdSense to work, you have to reach a certain payment threshold before you actually get paid. And then, in order to do that, if I don't reach that payment threshold for a month, then it goes on to the next month's payment threshold, essentially. So if I don't hit my payment threshold, then it's kind of like, well, you don't get paid this month, you don't get a paycheck, so enjoy living off whatever you've got left over from last month. And like I said, it's already not enough to support myself and my family, so having that issue is a big problem as well. I am actively seeking other employment at this moment in time, and that's kind of why I've set Patreon up, is to, if you guys would like to support the Addington channel, support me, the option is there to do so. It is in no means compulsory at all. I will still create content as much as I can for as long as I can, regardless of patronage levels or viewership or whatever. I just enjoy creating YouTube videos, and I will do that for as long as I can, as much as I can. But it's there if you guys want to support the channel, support me, and try and make everything just that little bit more shiny, I guess. You will notice on the Patreon page as well, there is some levels which are kind of reserved, some reward levels which are reserved. I'm waiting for some physical items to be created, and once those are created, those levels will be unlocked. But yes, that's pretty much all I've got to say. Like I said, normal full damage will resume, and this will become its own series in its own right. But yes, as always, thank you guys very much for watching, and I shall see you all in the next episode.